President Trump added new tension to the public impeachment hearings on Friday, which the White House dismissed as, quote, useless and inconsequential. Former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine Marie Yovanovitch testified Friday about a smear campaign orchestrated by the president's associates that led to her removal. But moments after her testimony began, the president weighed in, attacking her in real time. It's a development most Republicans were not expecting. Ben Tracy is at the White House. Ben, good morning.
Good morning. So the White House plan was to insist that President Trump is too busy being president to dignify even watching these impeachment hearings, which he calls a sham. But the president himself dropped a bomb on that strategy shortly after Friday's hearing began.
Former Ukraine Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch testified that she felt threatened after reading an account of President Trump's July 25th phone call with Ukrainian President Zelensky, where he called Yovanovitch bad news and said she was going to go through some things.
What was your reaction when you heard the President of the United States refer to you as bad news?
Shocked, appalled, devastated that the President of the United States would talk about any ambassador like that to a foreign head of state.
Yovanovitch detailed a smear campaign against her, led by Rudy Giuliani, the president's personal attorney, who was running a shadow foreign policy in Ukraine.
I've been watching today. For the first time, I started watching.
The White House had claimed President Trump was too busy to watch the hearing. But about an hour into Yovanovitch's testimony, Mr. Trump launched a Twitter attack on her. Everywhere Marie Yovanovitch went turned bad, the president tweeted with no evidence. It is a U.S. president's absolute right to appoint ambassadors.
And now the president in real time is attacking you.
In an extraordinary moment, committee chairman Adam Schiff read the tweet and asked for Yovanovitch's response.
I mean, I can't speak to what the president is trying to do, but I think the effect is to be intimidating.
Well, I want to let you know, Ambassador, that some of us here take witness intimidation very, very seriously.
Democrats are now considering adding witness intimidation to their articles of impeachment, and even some of the president's allies admit Mr. Trump hurt himself with the tweet.
I don't think so at all.
The president says he was just speaking his mind.
I have the right to speak. I have freedom of speech, just as other people do.
Republicans argue that Yovanovitch's testimony was irrelevant because she was removed 2 months before Mr. Trump suddenly withheld military aid from Ukraine, the focus of the impeachment inquiry.
I'm not exactly sure what the ambassador is doing here today.
But Democrats say her removal opened the door for someone else.
Hi, I'm Gordon Sandlin.
A Trump donor and EU ambassador who urged the Ukrainians to look into the president's campaign rival, Joe Biden, and the 2016 election.
And in closed-door testimony late Friday, State Department official David Holmes testified that he heard Sandlin talking to President Trump on the phone. He heard Mr. Trump ask Sandlin if Ukrainian President Zelensky was going to, quote, do the investigation. Sandlin replied he's going to do it and will do anything you ask him to do. Now, Gordon Sandlin will be testifying publicly next week. Michelle.
All right, Ben, thank you.